Hey guys, we are back. It's 8 p.m. Central and we are working on our much fancier menu where you can see that we have some stuff working. And we can do a lot more with this now, but what we have to do is move some of the code into our main menu. Okay, so we are going to have to work on this and hover back. Now these back buttons are basically, hey Lackamark, how you doing? The Super Gamer, how you doing? So we've basically what we've done now is we've split these two panels up, whereas before they were one panel. Okay, so if we look at this, right, this is this left hand section now. It's a completely different widget, of course, right? And these are like our option panels, which worked on a widget switcher, which they still do, but as I said, what we've done is we've split them up so that they do something slightly different and they don't rely on our different, well, they're going to have to rely on the different panels now, but what I'm going to have to do is send the values back to our main one. Super Gamer, are you looking for advice? Or my advice is always just the same. If you haven't tried either, then try them all and see what fits with you, right? Like, people think when they ask that question that I'm immediately going to say Unreal Engine. Well, I'm not, right? Because Unreal Engine isn't for everybody. Unity isn't for everybody. It's just the one that you get results and the one that you feel comfortable with. Because that, at the end of the day, is going to get you your best result. Okay, so that is my advice. Use the one that you are comfortable with and you feel that you're making progress with, or the best progress with. Now, what I need to do here is, when we continue, we are going to be passing through that button. Okay, so when we hit the continue button, which is in here, and it's this button here, right, we are going to be doing this. Continue. Okay, now this is in the main menu code, so in here mean, this is our widget and it's continue, and are we doing this? And the answer is yes. Okay, but this actually shouldn't be that. It should be stream a level, and we're not doing that. And we're not doing that. And it should be to do with level streaming. And that just shows you that I don't know how to do a level stream. Right, because this is normally, how did I learn UE and blueprints? Just patience and trial and error and watching a few tutorials, but I don't learn how to do things strictly by Unity's not bad. There's none of them are bad. It's just which one you prefer. Right? Some people will prefer the UI. There's no such thing as a right and wrong answer here to which one is better or not better. What I would say is there is advantages to certain ones. For example, Unreal Engine is better if, well, two things that I would say out the box. Right, let me answer this one first. There's two things better out the box for Unreal Engine, right? And that is the looks of the game out the box is a lot better looking than Unity, and that's not to say that you can't make Unity look fantastic, because you can. But it's easier to get like pleasing results out of the box with Unreal Engine. The other thing that has the advantage for Unreal Engine is if you don't want to use a language, a scripting language like C++ or C#, because you can use blueprints, right? Which requires zero programming, right? Well, that's not strictly true, because all that blueprints are is a level of abstraction above C++, right? It just puts into a visual scripting tool, right? Whereas Unity does not come with one out of the box. But that's neither an advantage nor a disadvantage, it's just what you prefer. Now, if you're trying to learn C++ and Unreal Engine at the same time, then that can be really, really frustrating, right? But it's easier to put something together in blueprints and then move it into C++, right? But some people prefer just coding, so they'll either use C++, or if they're using Unity, they might be comfortable with C#, and then that becomes the obvious choice. So again, there is no right answer here. It is purely a personal choice. Now if I run this, right, and I hit continue, and that does work. So that's a good sign. Right? So that's good. So let's see what's working and what's not, right? So if we go to quick game, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So what we need to do is find out what's going on. Button press, quick game. Right, so that shouldn't be that, right? That's just a test. So that's I can't remember what this is called again. Quick game. Right. So that's just going to go to there. So as I said, Super Gamer, you ain't, even though this is, we're doing Unreal Engine stuff here, you're not going to get that answer from me that you should definitely use Unreal Engine, or you should definitely use Unity, or you should definitely use Godot or whatever. Try them all and see what works best for you. That is the correct answer. Right. Now, what we're actually going to have to do here is, on the switcher, right, we are actually going to have to look at this, and we're not going to be having a back button, because we're not going back, right. So fundamentally, that's going to be hidden. So that's on load game, right? So what we'll do is we'll hide all of these first, right? So that's cool. We'll have a look at this. And basically, we've got this create, and we've got a back, so we shouldn't have a back on that either. Yeah, that's what I just said, Lackamark. Try them all. Try Godot. And then find which one floats your boat. Once you get one that floats your boat, then stick to that. This border here, we've got this horizontal box, and basically this back is going to go. So again, in the meantime, we'll not have it seen, and then we'll basically be able to remove it. Okay. And we've got the load game. Right, there's the options panel. Now, we're going to do something slightly different with the options panel, right? What we're going to do, is we're going to move these across the top, right? I'll show you why. Right, if you look here, this kind of doesn't make sense like this anymore. So what I'm going to do is move these across the top. The interesting thing there is this is not clickable. Actually it is. I think I know why. I think it's because this is basically covering this. Okay, so if I moved it this way a bit, then it shouldn't really interfere with the other one. Right, so I think that's what's going on there, so we can easily fix that. Right, so I'm not going to worry about it too much for now, but what we're going to do is new game. Right, we've removed this, load game. Right, we've not got this, manage data. Right, we need this away. Options, we need to change this entirely, kinda. And then quit game is going to quit the game, right? So we wanted manage the game. So again, we can probably remove, or well, we can make this invisible. Usually around about the 2 hours. We stream at 2 PM Central and then 8 PM Central. Today we had a bit of a problem because basically I went for a smoke break, and when I came back my internet was down, so that was a bit of a bummer, but what can you do? That's life. So we're going to hide that, right? So now you'll notice, we need to hide this completely. Okay. So usually as well on this, when I'm streaming, it's normally I'm more laid back about making progress. So that I can sit back and speak to people, give them advice, answer questions, have a bit of fun with it. So you're an hour ahead. Right, so now we've done that, we've not got this, which is cool. But what we do need to do is actually create a game, right? And what we'll do is we shall say new game and create. And yeah, that was interesting. So I might have to do some housekeeping here. You'll notice that this didn't do anything. So basically what's happening there is in our widget switcher, we are actually not creating a new game. Right. So we need to find out when we hit this button what it's doing. Okay. Ah. Well, it's not doing a sodden thing, apparently. And we'll delete these. Right. Then we've got initialize new game. Okay. Now, the question is that actually what it's doing? So let's have a look. Right, I'll tell you what we're going to have to do here. We're going to have to, well, that's in there. We're going to have to go to our widget switcher, right? And this new game, then do we have? Yeah, we do. The question here yeah, I should really show you, shouldn't I? This is a problem with doing development streams, that it's not often, well, it depends what thing I'm working on, obviously not with the main menu, right, but if I press play, right, then we do continue, right, this takes us into the game. Well, this is the test map, right? So what you can do is, well, we can do loads of things actually. So you can pick stuff up. You can go to the inventory. You can check what stuff is. Right, so we can pick that up. We can pick that up. And we can pick that up. That was a key I just picked up. So normally it would have said I can't open that door, but now it says I can. We can open doors, and because we've picked up a log, we can start a fire. Now if you watch the thermometer on the left hand side, you'll see that once we start the fire, our temperature starts going up. Right, and as we move away from the fire, the temperature goes down. And we now require an item to put in the fire, right? We can craft stuff like this. Then we can store stuff like this. We can climb up ladders. which isn't quite right because I've not quite got the right animations for it, but you'll get the idea. I'm using all sorts of font. Well, I don't really know what the font's called actually. Right, now the next thing we can do is we can get our bow and arrow out and shoot stuff. Right, now there's something weird going on here. Right, I'll stop that for now. I'll press play again. This is 95 days. Right, so we can skin this. And you'll notice that it gives us some food. Right. So if we go into our inventory, you'll see we've got food, deer meat. Right, and we can actually eat that if we want. And we can also shoot our monster there. And we'll actually need, yeah, we hit that thing for some unknown reason. Right, and you'll see our monster falls down and disappears. So we've got all sorts of things working here, but it's not entirely bug free at the moment. It's been in a better state in this, but that's because we were working on performance. But yeah, you can do quite a lot. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, we were doing this load level-y thing, weren't we? So we want to know in here. Right, actually in here if we have certain functions. Right. Yes, I'll be live tomorrow as usual. Remember to hit that like and subscribe so that it lets you know when I'm live. Right, event graph, on button, new game. Right, so that's not got, it's got all of our function on pressed, new game, create. Right, so it does this. Right, so we're going to do this custom event. Okay, and that's going to be create new game. Right, so we're going to do that. We're going to delete that, and we're going to gradually move our stuff into this blueprint here, right? So we're going to do that, and then we're going to move this now. Then we're going to say create new game slot and start. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to copy that color right, because we're using that. Create new game slot and start, right? Then in our switcher, we could actually, right, wait a minute, let's see. Yeah, we should have that code, because that's W main, W, right, okay. So in our switcher, right, in our switcher we don't have okay, we don't have the variable to do this. Okay, we don't have the variables to do this, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to create it. Now in here, or rather in here, right, there's the switcher, right? Okay, so we're going to have to come into our switcher here, right, and we're going to have to create a variable. And it's going to have to be W main, right, and it's going to be W underscore main menu. Okay, and then in our actor we've got the switcher here, right? Right, wait a minute. Menu switcher. We're going to have to save that. And back to our graph. Did I create that in the wrong place? No. W main. right? In here, set W. What did I bloody call that? Yeah, I did call it W main. It shouldn't need to be like that, but should be main. Interesting. So why can't I change that? That's not a cinematic, that's actually in code. But yes, you can. You can play a cinematic, and it's just basically a sequence of events, right? And you just create dollies and stuff. Cinematic dollies, and then follow it along. Or you can do it in real time and like use splines and stuff. It's up to yourself how you do it. As I said, in Unreal Engine there's always a few ways you can do things. Right, so this is widget switcher, right? So in our widget switcher we have this variable, okay? So the question is, why can't I know why it is? No, that's not right. BP menu. Right, I'm getting myself confused. If I do W sub, yeah, we're getting it. And it is the widget switcher. Delete that. Delete that. Well, this is all rather strange, I've got to say. That's a widget switcher. It's not the actual... Right, okay. Okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. Don't worry, I get you. You'll notice that this is actually a widget switcher and not the actual widget. So really, what I should do here is say W W sub panel, right? And the W sub panel is going to be W switcher, right? And what we should be doing is the W sub panel should be this. Right, so that, oops, bollocks. It should be that. Okay. Done it again. I keep hitting the left hand button with my pinky finger. Right, so this should go in here. That should go in there. Right. And then our W main apparently it still doesn't want to do that. Okay, so we could do this with an interface call, but right, so this is a W main. On the widget switcher. And that that's as W switcher. Right, so that's W sub panel. So W sub panel right, why is that not? That's W switcher. Have I got this completely wrong here? W main panel, right? So I want to set this W main panel. Right? And we're setting it in here. Right, so we should be able to do that. Then set options panel, menu switch. Options panel, menu switch. There's these two, but I don't see this one. So where did this one go? Notice we can set the option panel, right? Right, I don't know why. Don't know why it wouldn't do that. Right, and this should go into here. Right. And in our switcher, we should be able to say new, create new game. Okay. And what we're going to have to do is pass this in. Right, so in create new game, we're going to have to add an input, and it's going to be a name, and we're going to call it slot name. We're going to save that. That is going to go in there. Then when we hit this, we're going to have to get text slot name. That's then we're going to have to get text. Right, and that's going to have to go into there. Going to have to say to name. So we can't, so we have to do to string. Then that's going to have to go to name. And we drag that down, save that. And we've got an error there. Okay, we've got an error. Delete that out. And notice these are gradually going down as we fix the issues. So now we want a breakpoint here. We're going to say new game. We'll call it our game. Create. We're going to have to step over that. Our game. Da-da-da. Resume. Oh, okay. I think we've just crashed it. Oh, no, we haven't. Right, there's a few problems with that, but we'll not worry too much about that for now. Right, I'm going to go and grab a cigarette. So if you're enjoying the stream, hit like and subscribe. It would certainly be appreciated. Check the description for links to Discord, Patreon, my previous game on Steam, our Kickstarter preview and website. I shall be back in a couple of minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. Okay, Mad Game Design, as far as your question goes, why don't I use Unreal Engine 5? And the answer is fairly simple. Check my video. I've got a video on it. Why I don't use Unreal Engine 5, but it does have the caveat of yet. As far as we are concerned, in our team, we just don't think it's ready yet for prime time. Okay? And there's too many issues. That's not to say that you'll have those issues. But as I said, I've made a video on it, so check that out and you will get the answer to why we don't use Unreal Engine 5. It's not that we don't like it, it's not because we don't think it's got nice features, it's just because we don't feel it's ready yet. And as I said, it's personal choice. Right. Now, what we want to do now is gradually move this functionality across, right? So we're going to create a new game and we're going to say our game 01 and we're going to press create. Then we're going to let it do its thing, and there we go. We see it loading, and there we go. Okay. And super smashing great. Okay. Now the other thing to check here is we need to check to see if it actually created that slot or not. Okay? So if we go back into our main project, we go to saved and save games, and we don't have a slot, which ain't so good. So that's not good. We do have save game slots, and actually, you know what? I'm going to delete these. How's about that? Right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press play. Right? And then I'm going to check in here. And it's created our defaults, which is good. Right? Then we're going to go in here. And we know we've not got our game, so we're going to create that. But what we do know is that we probably have not created a save game. Nope, we have not. Now that might be actually correct. Right, now I think it's either 8 or 9 that saves the game. Okay, so what I want to do is go back and check and it hasn't saved. Okay, so that's not so good. So it appears that some stuff ain't working, which isn't a big surprise really. But what we do want to do is open our pawn, because we need to find out why our pawn did not save, and if we actually press the right button or not to save it. Right. And yeah. Now the thing is here that we're loading a game called save. Right. Right, let's not worry about that. Let's worry about saving. That's 9. Right, we want to find our code. And that's load. And this is the save. Right, so I'm going to put this back in here. Right, that's not what we want. Let's see what this is. Now that's talk to the... Right, okay. Now here's the thing. On begin play. This is it here. Current slot name. Right. So we do that. And then we hit 5 and save it. Right. And that saves the actors, etc. Right. So this takes us back into should work territory. So our save, create, right, and now if we hit 5 it should save. Okay, so there's our save. Okay. So, working. So now, if we stop that, and we press play, and we say load game, it's not getting our load games. Okay. So, we need to find out what's going on. Hi Graham. Someone. Yeah, Clarkson's farm. Not available where I am. Right, so right, what we're going to do here? Can't remember what we're going to do. Oh yeah, we're going to check the load game thing. Right. Right, and where are we? So that saves. So what we need to do is find out on the load. Right now, what I'm guessing here is our load stuff isn't here either. Right? So we've got the load game panel, right? And we need to fill this slots container. And what slots container one? Ah, right, okay. That's because right, we should be filling slots container, right? So I'm guessing it's going to be in here. Right? Or at the very least, it's going to be in here. Okay? So if we find references for this, okay, apparently not. Go to designer, right? And if we hit this button, right, and we go to view, it's going to load game, right? And it's load slot information, right? And that's utter bollocks. Right, So that's utter crap. Oh, it's kind of not, but it is, if you know what I mean. So it looks like I have basically here's load slots here. Right, so this is more like it. Right, so we're going to copy this. Now, is this in here? Yes, it is. So in here, we're going to add this function. Heating. What do you mean, what does it look like? Do you mean, what does it look like when you play the game? Or what does it look like in the editor? Or what does it look like if you view it as a persistent thing? Right, so variables, we're going to need a row count. Right, and that's going to be an integer. Right, so we've got controller. Okay, we'll do the normal stuff. Right. See you later, Malacca Mark. Heating. What are you talking about regarding what does the main menu look like? Okay, right, okay. So we're going to say controller well, consider if you walk from the bottom to the top, it'll take you about 40 minutes in a straight line. It's kind of not that easy to show you. Right, so what are we doing here? Oh yeah, PC underscore M. Okay, that's not what it's called apparently. So MMPC. No, it's not a lot of island. It's not in a lot of ocean, and it's not a lot of island. It's one big island. Right. So now our load slots should be okay. And if we go to here and let's do our event construct, right? Now this probably isn't going to work, but we can do it anyway for now, right? There is one more change I'm going to have to make here, but Heathen, right, okay, you want to see a bit of the map, do you? Is that the issue here? Okay, let's go to maps, map Greenland, main map. Let's have a look. See, the problem is, because it's level streaming, I can't really show you a lot because basically there's lots of different maps. There's over 100 maps, right? But if I load in the starting one, which is this, right, which is made up of another about 30 maps, it kind of looks like this. Right? Now, obviously, I haven't got any effects on, like, right, and then we've got, down here, we've got our docks with the ships and shit, right, and then we can go up here, and this takes us up to the first, like, encampment place. Right, but it's not all fully loaded in. Right, and here's another encampment place. Right, now if we go the other way, right, we can load in some caves. So if we load them in, right, and these I think are up here somewhere. Oh, I don't know where they're. Ah, that might be them there. Yeah, this is like caves. So you basically come in here. I've never been in here, believe it or not, because I'm usually working on test map and stuff, right? But there's all sorts of stuff going on here. Like ladders and all sorts. Right, so this is basically stuff. A crap ton of lights, crap ton of everything. Right, so hopefully this is what you want to see. I mean, I'm not sure if this is actually what you want to see or not. Right, got a boat there again. As I said, I'm not 100% familiar with this because I never actually play in much with this map. I just test things out to see if it's working okay. Right. Now, in theory, I could actually run up there if I knew how to get up there. So it seems to be up to this map, up here, into our first village, right, through here, through this bit here, into this village here, right, and then up there, then in here, and that's not it. Right, so I'm guessing, right, I don't know. Right, because we seem to come out that cave right down into here. Right, so there's something going on over here, it appears. Right, right, and this is a door here. So it's before that encampment there, and over to the right of this ship here. Sorry, to the left. Right, so if we come up here and then through here, and these are like triggers, streaming triggers, I believe. I think that's how he's done it. But yeah, so I believe that's how it works. But one starts away over here, basically here. Right, you're basically sitting at the docks waiting for the boats to come in. Right, fundamentally. So if we press play, we could try and go there for a laugh. No worries, mate. As I try to say to everybody, right, what I don't, during the streams, it's not about hardcore development. It's about, if there's nobody here and nobody asking questions, then fair enough, right? But normally, it's to interact with you guys. And all the rest of it, right? So you can see here that you can make tracks in the snow, all that nice good stuff, right? You can interact with these things, right? Do all that good stuff. Hi Grumby, thank you very much, mate, for the kind words. Right, we're going to try and find these caves. Let's try and find the caves, right? Because as I said, normally I'll show you where I get to, right? Docks is down there, right? If I go that, no, if I go that way, no, I'm talking rubbish. If I go that way, that's the docks down there, right? If I go this way, this takes us to the first encampment, right? And I hope the weather doesn't turn, because the weather can get so bad you can't bloody see, right? Right, so a lot of this area is under rebuilding, shall we say. Right, so this is the first encampment, right? And these are NPCs that will be buggering about. And then you can talk to these guys. Now, I don't know why it comes up blurred. Right, that's a little bug we'll need to do something about. Right. But let's see if that lights. Well, apparently that sent our camera in a tizzy. But yeah, you can light that, and you'll notice that our temperature goes up on the left hand side there. The blue temperature goes up as we get closer to the fire, goes down as we go further away. Right, it does all that good stuff, right, which is going to obviously affect whether or not you can. Right, so if we follow this, right, I'm going to have words with my designer here, right? This is far too easy to follow, right? This is basically like, here's the way to go. And I really don't want that. I want it to be more difficult for the player. Right? I've got no idea where I'm going. Oh, we're at an encampment again. I think this is the encampment we need to be at, right? And we need to go, I think, I'm guessing here, but I think that our ship, remember the ship that was getting built? Oh no, this doesn't look good. No, it's just, I can't see for the bloody weather. Oh, what's this? I think, is this it? Is this what I was looking for? Don't know. Go away, snow. Right, I can't bloody see. Right, now this is all very good, right? Because the point is that you'll need to basically hide when it's snowing like this. Or not hide, but seek shelter, right? That's what we're talking about. So the point is that you'll have to seek shelter, because otherwise you'll freeze to death. Right? So I don't know if this has got a door or not. Yes, it actually does build up on things, right? Now, to what extent, I don't know, but it does actually build up on things in the game. Right, now I'm completely lost, right? That That looks like a tree. No, that's a building. Yeah, of course there's small bugs in it. That's exactly what I would expect, right? Because we know that some of the systems aren't complete yet, right? But a lot of the base systems are, and I think I've just fell off the world or something, right? Because I'm a doofus. Right, I don't know where I am. I'm completely lost. Now this does look like, oh, look at that. Look at that, there's a path there. Don't know where. Oh, have I found it? No, I can't have found it. I've found something else. I think I found my way back, and I should really have actually followed something. Now, the level designer's mucking around with different load streaming ways of doing the streaming and stuff. And now that I'm completely and utterly lost, right? I think I'm back to exactly where I started. In fact, I am. Right? Yeah, I'm a doofus. That's exactly where we started. So that's basically where right, yeah, I'm good at games, really. So we're basically back to where we started, which is awesome. Which is kind of the effect we wanted, really, isn't it? When you think about it, we wanted to get lost in the, if a blizzard came in, you would get lost, right? Which is exactly what happened. So yeah, result. Now, I can't remember where to go now. I'm going to have to just hope I go in the right direction. Right, I'm looking for a boat. Right, and that's obviously not where a boat is. So yeah, there's me not finding boats. Okay, there's a sign here. That's cool. There's the boat. Right, that says something. Right, cool. Let's go down here then. I don't mind it at the start of the game, but there better not be these, like, basically logs everywhere showing you exactly where to go. Because that would make me very unhappy. Right, now, we do know that the entrance thing should be up here unless it's a different boat. Right, which it could very well be, to be honest. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Right, I think I've quite... Right, here's another thing, Right, okay. Was that the wrong boat? I'm guessing I found the wrong boat. Right? I'm not very good at finding boats, apparently. Right, here's this bit here. Right, I am slightly concerned about the number of paths I'm finding here. Is that the boat? Or is that like some lucky... Is that a boat? Or is that a like a... Apparently that's like a thing. Don't know what that is, but anyway. Right, so... Is this the place I want to find? No, see, I think this is too far, right? Because obviously this hasn't been built yet, so... Right. So I'm guessing... Is this it in here? It's a wee secret. It's not super secret, right? But it is kind of secret where this is. Right? So it's like it should be to the left here somewhere. But obviously I'm an idiot and can't find it because I'm stupid. Well, but we have done something. Right, I'm stupid. I'm completely stupid. Right, I bet you I was right next to it or something, right? Or apparently not. Right, that's literally where you start, right? And here's the boat here. Right? And basically, it was right next to the boat. Now, play from here. This would have been a lot easier if I did this at the start, wouldn't it? Right, so we can go in here. Right, cool. And this takes us into the caves. Right, this takes us into the caves, but how do I bloody get up here? Or is this the out? Have you got to like jump down or something? I don't know. Hi, Ahem Siddiqui. Right, am I missing something here? We've got caves, we've got that stupid thing that keeps coming up. So, we've got a cave, but we can't seem to go anywhere in the cave. Okay, whatever. Whatever, stupid cave. And apparently it should have done a trigger or something. tell you what we'll do. If we play from here, this should work better. Right, so we're in the cave now. Right, cool cave. What's this? Looks different, but isn't really. Apparently we can't go that way. Do we have to go this way? Apparently not. Okay, I'm lost again. Right, this may be because I just sort of teleported into the middle of the caves that I've kind of not got the right idea of what way I should be going or whatever. Which is distinctly possible. Oh, it's a bit different. But yeah, there we go, there's some caves that I've never seen before, right? Doesn't look like I can go through there. Does look like I can go through here, but no. Right, okay, I'm lost again. I'm stuck again. Hardly a new thing for me. Can I just fall through the edge here? Yeah. Play testing. Oh, what's going on here? Got some mutant rat things. Which probably won't attack me because I've probably still to do the... I'm probably going to have to do the AI on them. But anyway. So we do have some rats. And I think we'll call it there, guys. I've never actually seen that, so... That was the first time you guys have seen it, and that's the first time I've seen it as well. So, I shall be back tomorrow at 2 PM Central. So I hope some of you guys join me for that. If you've enjoyed the stream, hit like and subscribe, that would also be appreciated. Check out the description for links to the game's Discord, my personal Discord, plus Patreon, my previous game on Steam, which is on sale for $1 still, and links to the Kickstarter preview and our website. So thank you guys for joining me. Hope to see you again. Bye bye for now.